Hey guys, you guys might have saw a little portion of a clip that I might put at the beginning of the video. We have this jointer that I was given by another contractor. It's pretty much brand new. He's used it maybe once or twice, but he does live close to the water, so it's gotten a lot of surface rust inside of his garage. So I'm going to actually clean this up, get all the rust and everything else removed. I did spray it yesterday with some WD-40 and it's already looking better, so I'll probably give you guys a close-up. But if you guys saw the little pan, actually I definitely will put that before this so you guys can kind of see what it looked like yesterday. The fence itself right here at the bottom, the WD-40 is already starting to remove a good portion of that, so it probably actually won't take too much sanding. Here on the bed though, it's fairly heavily coated, so I definitely do need to put some more attention into that. But one of the first things you want to do, well, I don't have it plugged in obviously, but make sure it's not plugged in before you get started. One thing you do want to do is actually remove your guard, and the rigid guard, there's a screw right here. You loosen that screw, take it out. Drop it on the floor like I did, and then you can remove the guard because we're going to be cleaning the entire surface. This knob down here is how you actually set the tension on your spring before you slide this in. So before I reinstall it, I'm going to make sure I have tension on it. But yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and spray the whole surface, wait about 10 minutes, and then I can actually go into removing most of the rust. Everything else is sprayed. I didn't get a chance to spray this area here, which does have a little bit, and I do kind of want to clean up right here where the fence actually rides on. That'll probably get down by hand, but most of it, to be honest, I'm going to use, because it's a fair bit of rust, I'm probably going to use 320 grit on my Festool sander. I'm going to get that set up and then get this sanded. Then we're going to paste wax it. And get this thing ready to use here inside the shop. I'm really excited for it. Again, a jointer is one of those tools that you don't need, but is a definite nice to have. I have a small 4-inch one, but the bed is so short that I really can't do anything with it, and it has no dust collection because it's a really old one. So this one's going to be a really nice upgrade for the shop. It's going to allow me to joint much longer boards. I believe some people say they can get away with full 8-foot boards. I'm going to see. I'm thinking probably like at least 6'8" for doors. You know, if I can at least get a 7-foot board on this, I'll be happy. We'll see. I do have my straightening jigs and everything else that I do have, but it'll be a lot easier if I can joint an edge, and if my stiles are less than 6 inches wide, at least my stiles, my rails, I can make a small jointing jig. I mean a planer sled for that. I won't need the 8-foot long planer sled anymore because I can joint any board that is under 6 inches. I believe this is actually 6 1/8. So yeah, 6 inches comfortably jointed on the planer. And if it's like 8, I believe there's a trick to flatten. If you take your guard off, this pin on this one does not look removable. But yeah, I believe if you take the pin off, you can pretty much, I'm gonna get into joining tips and stuff once I actually get this thing cleaned up. But yeah, there's a way to joint and flatten wider boards with only a smaller jointer. We'll probably show all that stuff off once we actually get her up and running. And hook to dust collection. That's what makes me most proud about this one versus the little 4-inch one. It's more practical because nobody wants to be dumping a bunch of chips all over the shop. But all right, let's get over here, set up so I can watch some TV while I do this. Any of the excess WD-40 that is still on the surface, you can see I am getting rust. And I don't know how long this process is going to take, so I'm going to put on some One Piece in the background. I learned something from last time. I got like 2 copyright strikes, or copy, whatever that means. I got one of those, not the strike, but the one before that, I think. can't have videos or anything playing for more than 3 seconds unless you alter it. So stuff like this, I can play in the background, so I'm gonna speeden it up. All of this will be sped up content. So I can sit down, get comfortable, but you guys get to hang out with me while I take care of this rust removal. Oh, best thing about the Festool sander. That vacuum right there, I love that. Alright, at this point, that would be it for the sanding. I'm going to give her a good wipe, and then I'm going to apply some paste wax. Let me give you guys a close-up of what it looks like now compared to what it looked like just, I don't know, 1.5 episodes of One Piece ago. So maybe 45 minutes ago, what it looked like. That actually wasn't too bad. And she looks amazing. We're going to calibrate it and make sure everything's dead flat a little later. I think that's practically brand new. The blades, they're not bad. I was testing it with my fingers, like right there. That's sharp. If I was to actually slide, focus, will it focus? Back up a little bit. Yeah, right, that right there. If I pull back, I would definitely cut my fingers. It has a little bit of surface rust on the blade, but the blades themselves don't have any nicks or anything that I can see. But again, rust will corrode the blade a little bit, so probably a bit of rust. I wouldn't try to hand sharpen these. I know they're already sharp. Maybe I can do a little sharpening just to remove the rust, but I don't have any stones that are really large enough. So I'm gonna check that to Sure Set if these don't cut good. But the goal right now is just to get the surface rust off, get her lubricated so we don't get any more rust on it. Then we're going to calibrating it. Then I have a really cool base that I want to build for the bottom of this. And for those of you who are caught up on the channel, I don't know what's going to be coming out first, but this bench is still here, so disregard the marijuana. Ooh, don't fall all the way back here. This is the hand tool bench. I have done nothing. This was actually getting started before I started the bookshelf build. Then the bookshelf build came up. Then I got pulled away to a condo, and I'm off for maybe like a day or two. And the contract that I'm doing the condo for is the one that gave me the jointer. So my time off, my diversions are telling me to get the jointer up and running, maybe build a mobile base, depending on what wood I have laying around here inside the shop. But yeah, build a mobile base for this, then get this station where she's gonna go. But yeah, I think that's a huge transformation. So the next step, again, wipe her down, paste wax, and then we can go into calibrating this jointer. Make sure she's operating right. And for paste waxing, it's a pretty simple process. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm not sure. Maybe some people might have questions. Keep my paste wax and a rag inside of the jar. Also a little bit of steel wool depending on what I'm doing. So the process to paste waxing, don't need steel wool. Just take a rag. This one already has a bunch of paste wax already balled up, but if it didn't, I'll open it up and put some in there. You press down and you want wax coming through the rag. This paste wax is going to give it a protective layer that'll keep it from rusting and make the surfaces nice and slick so materials slide right across it. It's good to do this to your table saw, your planer, your jointers, pretty much every cast iron top or metal top inside of your shop, but especially you want those that have stuff that slide across it. Probably how often, I don't know, because I don't really do it often enough. I couldn't really tell you. Because I have seen, like my table saw, I have done it twice at least now, but I have seen spots where it gets a little bit of rust. But I've done a lot of projects where I'm sliding a lot of wood across the table saw. So probably is definitely due for another application. And I'm not clocking it like I probably should. But I'm gonna finish this process up, about to get the TV back rolling. Essentially, I'm going to do this, let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes, then come back and buff it off with a clean rag. Alrighty guys, and with that we have a completely restored jointer. Next thing to do is calibrate it and then build a mobile base. If you guys have enjoyed, let me know down below. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.